is going on, my friends? Welcome back. That's right, we're gonna do the hat. We're gonna do the hat thing. Good morning, welcome back. It is Friday morning here. We are getting ready to drop a 05 update video for you guys. Michael has been absolutely crushing it, and we have got a lot of cool things that I wanna show you guys and kind of keep you guys up to date on the progress of the 05. The goal for the 05 is to be racing at Scheid coming up in, I believe we're at like 4-ish weeks. Still a lot left to do detail-wise, but we have knocked out, or well, I should say Michael has knocked out a huge chunk of work while you guys have probably seen me work on the extended cab first gen project. So we've kind of been tag teaming projects, and he's been taking care of that. But guys, before we get into that, I think we're down to like 1 week left by the time this video goes up on Sunday. Guys, 7 to 8 days is all you have left to get entered to win the silver truck, the matching silver trailer, and the cash to go along with it. Don't miss out. Website is fully restocked with stuff. Go grab anything and everything on there. Every dollar that you spend automatically counts as entries. Excuse me, a lot of words, one breath there. But guys, go get entered, support your boys, support the channel, go pick up some sweet new merch. But that is the shameless plug of the video. Let's walk inside, let's talk to Michael, let's continue on the day, and let's get updated on where the 05 is at, where it's going, some of the reason why we've done some things, etc., etc. Are you ready for the video now? Are you ready now?
Ready.
You got your shoes blown off? Secret. Have we told them that hack yet? I can't remember. You guys want to keep your shoes clean after you've been rolling around working on trucks all day. You take your air nozzle gun, give her a little. You know where I'm going with that. You know, just use the air gun. You know what the air gun does. You put it on your foot, and next thing you know, you got clean feet. Sick people out, just sick people out here, you know. Good blowjob. Anyway, boys, welcome back to another video. Couldn't roll into it. Couldn't roll into it. Need a good laugh second here. See my beard? Put stuff in my beard. Got a brush too.
Did you trim it?
No.
That's a little trim.
I
Nice
did my neck. Yeah, got that damn Bazarian mod coming back. just without the bitches. What'd you say?
Got a challenge for you.
Another challenge.
I think you can video yourself, like when you do the flippy flip, and not do this with your hat.
Do I always do this?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, there it is.
You know, boys. Yeah. Boys. Okay, it's like, you know what I do that I edit out though. Every time I start talking, if you could only hear how many sentences start with that, but I always trim that down.
That's Bella's fault.
It's all Dawson's fault. Guys, by the way, Dawson is just on vacation because I'm sure people are wondering, where'd all the sick angles go? Why are we using tripods and doing solo Greg videos like the olden days? Well, Dawson's on vacation, okay? So he's balling out in Los Angeles, just doing hype boy things with his boyfriend Cole. So he left me and Michael to fend for ourselves for a whole entire week. So that is why some of the videos are lacking some of the angles. He's busy, he's doing other things, but
We miss him.
you know what? Y'all just chalking us up like we're chopped liver without Daw out here. But anyway. So hopefully you guys have had a great weekend. Again, this video goes up Sunday. I'm doing it on a Friday, so I want to say have a great weekend, but you probably already had your weekend. So hopefully you had a great weekend. But anyway, here we are. All right, are you ready, sir? Michael's going to talk this entire video. Just kidding. You don't have to, unless you want to. You can do whatever you'd like, sir. You want to make fun of me because I said all right again?
Did you fix your hat?
Oh, multiple times. Yeah, it probably needs a quick tweak. Okay. All right, we're ready. Now we're ready. All right, 05 update video coming at you. Michael, I haven't even looked at all the footage. You have done some time lapsing on some of all of your amazing fabrication work that you have put into this bad unit. And here we are.
I learned so many new words with you.
It's really actually just a different form of gibberish. Like you have a word and you just purposely try and like throw in a couple extra syllables. It's probably
like TikTok in real life.
People love TikTok, right? Okay, just so you know. I need to be more TikTok on YouTube, apparently. Anyway, all right. Well, where do we even want to start with this thing? I don't know what the first thing that you did film was. If we want to start in progression of what you filmed and where we're at now, or do you want to, do you want to go left to right? You want to go back to front? Last we left off, the last update video, I'll lead you in and then you just cut me off whenever you'd like. Okay. I'm really, guys, I will openly admit something to you guys, and I never really notice it until I edit the videos. I am terrible at letting other people talk.
Oh, yes.
And I can admit that, but it's not because of disrespect. Over the course of time, I respect everyone, okay? The freedom video was bad. I'm gonna leave this in because I kept cutting John off. Normally, people can't carry the conversation because they're not used to a camera in their face. So me, I try to, it comes off overpowering, but I try to just continually keep the conversation going, because if you have dead awkward silences while you're talking on camera, it gets a little funky. So normally I can kind of like keep it rolling, but it's not gonna happen today. It's not going to happen today, except for right now. The last video that you guys watched, we were telling you about this little wiring project that Michael had going on inside here. We're still working on that. If you guys remember, wiring in Michael's book is always done last. So we're working on all the hard parts. We talked about him removing all of the accessory wiring and all of that stuff, so we don't need to really go over that. Again, new wiring will be at the end of all of our hard parts. So that's what he's been focusing on. And we've gotten, you know, a pretty decent chunk done.
Yeah.
A lot of little detail work a lot of detail work that takes longer than you would ever think.
Yeah. So. That was good.
Were you testing me?
That was really good.
Were you testing me just to see how many awkward pauses we might have?
All right, let's start right here.
Chirp, 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 chirp. That was supposed to be a cricket sound.
I think we were down. That was not a good cricket sound.
I'll put one, a computer generated one in here.
We decided to mount the alternator out of the way of the turbo inlet to try and keep this kind of open and nice. So we mounted that. And then, oh wait, we showed him the belt stuff.
We did show him the belt stuff. Yep, I'm remembering
power
that.
Steering pump. Yep. And then we decided, let's see, then up to here, we decided to run the wastegates into the stack because we were going back and forth on whether or not we were going to make another hole in the hood. And then we changed this from 4-inch to 5-inch. And then we put a new, you can show them that later, but we put a new ring in there for 5-inch. We still have bellows. It's done the same way, but the whole kit is obviously done differently. It's all new, but it's done the same way. Bellows and everything to keep it easy to work on. There's EGT ports on the bottom to try and keep it clean. I think you've seen that before too, but just to mention, just to try and keep all the wiring down low and underneath. While we're down there, we did the billet freeze out plugs and then another one in the back. We cut off the boot sections. I think you told them we were going to do that. Cut those off. We extended them out so it'd be a little easier to work on, like say like at the track or when time is of essence. We did a little bit of work. We didn't like how the fans, where they sat up a little high on the radiator.
The Mishimoto radiator sits a little lower, so the fan was actually up here, which kind of ended up, we had to kind of re-engineer and design our side Flexolite brackets. That way they lined up with the holes correctly and you didn't really see any awkwardness right here of this sticking up or anything like that. So
it's worth noting because I think it looks really clean, but it would have worked fine the other way too. But like, I think this just has the little things that take forever. You know?
You guys know that we don't really like, we do not, we will, for the most part, will not sacrifice the finished product for rushing and getting it done. Some people rush and get it done, doesn't matter. It's maybe done a little quicker, but we tend to like a complete thought out picture over speed most times. So.
And then still on the radiator, we added -20s. So we added ANs, getting rid of like hose clamps, and then we extended that out a little bit to try and make this look a little cleaner.
Why is that, safety reason wise? I don't know if we've talked about that before. Yeah. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of money, but when you're dealing with high horsepower, coolant pressure spikes with, the more horsepower, the more coolant spikes you usually have, because it heats up the engine so fast, heats up the water around it, and then it likes to blow things off, find the weak links, all that. So tend to try and either take the water out, or if you're going to run it like in a street vehicle like this, you try and do something that's more mechanical. I love how we didn't, so getting back to what you were talking about, recapping just a little bit, most like usually you would have an alternator here, you would have a lot of other stuff. This is exactly how open it is going to look when the truck is complete, because the intercooler piping's done and everything is done really right here, and you're just going to be staring at this
monster
behemoth of a, you know, Super Sucker 5000 basically. Yep. So again, kind of getting back to what Michael was doing, we decided to, and one of the big reasons that we kind of hit the restart button on the exhaust manifold and the wastegates. You guys know this is a pretty similar way that we did the last setup, but we changed turbos. We could have reused the manifold and tried to rework some of that. It's actually sitting right over here. But instead of hacking up and cutting up all of that, we wanted to leave our stainless 80 millimeter, our steed speed, and that wastegate piping and the hood stack pretty much complete, because, spoiler alert, we might be using that on Freedom Racing Engine Stage 2.5, because it's sweet. Future, potentially, hypothetically speaking. And super pumped. Michael spent a lot of time on the 5-inch hood stack. So you guys know we have a Garrett-based Force Inductions 88. It's a big unit. It's 5-inch outlet, and 5-inch with the space that we had was very hard.
Started some nitrous stuff. I'm sure you guys saw that already, but started putting nozzles in. Probably gonna run 4, but you'll see in some of the footage. You're trying, like when I weld these up, I try and use these as like a guide, so it's easier to see when they're longer. What am I trying to say there? It's easier to see. That's what she said. It's easier to align them when you have nozzles in there and make them look straight and pretty and all that. So
I'm thinking we might need to add a few more nozzles, but
yeah.
What?
Same valve cover, but because of the deck plate, we had a breather back here and it wouldn't fit. So we cut that one off, smoothed that down, and then just added a bung here. This one's still the same. I think we're gonna get a Motion Raceworks catch can and stick it kind of over that way, run some hoses over that way.
So manifold, wastegates, hood stack, turbo. We were waiting on a different cover for the same turbo, because if you see this flat spot right here, we need to kind of modify this to put a speed sensor in it. Our last cover did not even have a flat spot. So speed sensor, very important. You guys know we harped on you last year about speed sensor and nitrous and wastegates and not overspeeding chargers, because that's when they go kaboom, and we're not going to have that. So went ahead and got that all taken care of. Intercooler piping is completely done, kind of like Michael had mentioned. We got nitrous stuff over here. All of our other stuff is going to mount right here. That's not in quite yet. Mishimoto intercooler and radiator that were in last time. But again, the last year we either had boots and or clamps that were kind of in this area, and you just don't want them there. They are a pain in the butt. So having them clear all the way out here is just very fast and easy to get to for maintenance sake. So super pumped how clean this area came out. Kind of just looks like this big turbo's floating out here in midair. Fans are in, just need wired. We're gonna have our probe. We got a new probe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got like a maintenance kit.
So we're gonna put a new controller in it, new probe. That way, fan should come on automatically. You know, that's where I was going with that. And then intercooler pipe on this other side over here is all done. Again, a lot of vibrant stuff. We love vibrant. So got this intercooler pipe done. And I'm trying to think. Had to weld a whole bunch on this radiator to get the 20s on there. Love how that lower one looks. Everything's just chilling, hiding over there.
It always seems like there's so much more, and just the little things take time. So.
Yeah. Well, they are big things, but they do eat up some time, you know, just kind of figuring out. I think what takes the longest is planning, ordering, and figuring out, because there's certain times where it's like, well, we can't go further in that area because quick hat fixed in there. We can't go further on that until I have that piece. Well, you know, unfortunately, Summit and Jegs aren't like around the corner from us, so we can't go like run and get them same day. So we wait like 2 days in between, like bouncing from here, bouncing from there. One thing that I did film that you did spend quite a bit of time on is the nitrous new bottle mount. It's kind of chilling inside the cab. Yeah, but you welded all that up. So that all had to be welded up. So a lot of you know, fabrication things and stuff They take time. So there is your 05 update in a small little nutshell. We are going to continue to knock things out on the 05. Well, I should say Michael is just going to continue to keep crushing it, keep killing it. But there's your quick 05 update video. Lots of fab work checked off the list. We're getting close. Lots of work to do, but Shides hopefully are going to be racing at date. No big deal. No pressure. No pressure. It's 4 weeks away. Shide. Are you gonna race this or are you gonna race the first gen? What? Guys, Shide we are bringing a bunch. We're hopefully gonna be racing this. We may have ordered some wheels and tires to race the first gen. We still gotta fix the first gen, but hopefully we're just gonna be balling out at Shide, having a good old time. So anyway, guys, make sure you guys are there. We will see you guys very, very soon, but that is your quick update. Appreciate Michael, as always, for killing it. But anyway, boys, have you gotten, and girls, I can't forget the girls, because girls can enter too. Have you guys gotten entered to win the silver rig? I know that's where you're headed right now. Wrenchworks.com. Make sure you guys get entered. Like I said, we are less than 2 weeks away from that thing being done, wrapped up, and on to its new owner. So make sure that that's you guys by getting entered. We will see you guys in the next video very, very soon. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next video. You're giving me a suck. Bye. Michael's outro. Peace. Bye.